America, I need you to do me a big favor. I need you to get right on the edge of your seat and direct your attention to the big screen and get ready for Rodeo 250.
For 250 years, America has been a nation defined not by comfort, but by courage. A country carved from wilderness by men and women willing to ride into the unknown, chasing freedom beneath open skies. Before, there were highways, there were trails. Before there were cities, there were campfires glowing against the dark. And riding through that darkness came the American cowboy, forged by grit, built by hard work, tested by dust, danger, and determination. The cowboy became more than an occupation. He became a symbol of the American spirit itself. And from that spirit came rodeo. Born from the ranches of the Old West, where everyday work became legendary competition, where skill meant survival, and courage was measured in seconds. For generations, rodeo has told the story of America, without ever needing words. The thunder of hoofs, the creak of leather, the roar of the crowd, the heartbeat of freedom echoing through every arena. Because rodeo is not just a sport, it is the living story of America. A story of risk and reward, of victory and defeat, of families passing traditions from one generation to the next beneath the same waving flag. As we celebrate 250 years of American history, we honor the pioneers, the ranchers, the dreamers, and the cowboys who helped shape this nation. And for the next hour, set in the beautiful National Mall, the story will be told 8 seconds at a time. Welcome to Rodeo 250.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your rodeo announcer, David Sharp, to the American Heartland Arena.
Welcome to Rodeo 250, the evolution of the American Cowboy. Are y'all ready? Say yeah. What an absolute honor it is to gather here on the National Mall, the Washington Monument to this side, the Capitol this side, and a bunch of Americans in the middle. I love it. It is just absolutely beautiful. I got to tell you, as we celebrate 250 years of America, we're also going to talk a lot about the fabric of this nation. But one of the things I want you to remember is about how this country started and settled west. In that monuments of moves and shifts and eclectic memories that changed the fabric, it was about the cowboy, the cowgirl, the horse, and then the rodeo cowboy was born from there. But what I want you to learn tonight in this arena, yes, we're not gonna have a full-fledged rodeo, but we're gonna have performers, we're gonna have ropers, we're gonna have horses, bulls, steers, and we're even gonna have quite a few of you get in here with us to participate. So I want you to enjoy that tonight. But more than anything, I want you to understand what it took to build this nation. The cowboys, the farmers, as they left from the east, and I want to remind you, many of them were just like you and I. They had yet to settle out on the stagecoach, the wagon trains, and to learn to live off the land. But as they went far to feed this developing nation and to help us be one nation under God. And today, I want to remind you that this country was not just celebrated on the 4th of July, but it's every day of the year. And this country was founded on freedom, on sacrifice, and on faith. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to start tonight off collectively as we go in a word of prayer to give thanks for this incredible country. Father, we thank you. We thank you for this land. We thank you for the men and women that have gone before us, that have paid the ultimate sacrifice to settle this nation, to create the largest melting pot in the world. And Father, we just ask that you be with this land that we stand on. We call it holy. We deem this nation healed. And we ask that you inspire us to show your love everywhere we go. God, be with us tonight with our livestock, our cowboys, our cowgirls, our performers, and our rodeo fans. But also I ask that you be with our men and women, our boys and girls in our service. Those that are here today as well, that are away from their families, protecting us and keeping watch. But God, we thank you most of all for your Son that paid the ultimate sacrifice, that someday we may all live in heaven together. For it's in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit we pray, and all God's people said. Absolutely beautiful. I want you to listen to me, though, because it's hard to tell the story of the cowboy without telling the story of the horse. Because America, there is no cowboy without the horse. And that is where our story begins.
Well before cattle drives stretched across the plains, and long before ranches marked the western horizon, and even before rodeo became a sport and the cowboy became an American symbol, there was the horse. Few animals have shaped the story of America more deeply. Our story starts in the 1500s with the Spanish explorers and settlers who brought horses to North America. These animals were more than transportation. They were strength, survival, freedom, and the beginning of a new way of life across the frontier. From Mexico into the vast country that would become the American West, the Spanish horse helped shape ranching, travel, trade, and culture. But the story does not end in the saddle. Because over time, some horses escaped, and from there they multiplied and spread across deserts, valleys, mountains, and open plains. They became the wild Mustang. And those horses, well, those horses changed our landscape forever. Generation after generation, these horses became something uniquely tied to the American West. Their bloodlines spread, and that horse became part of the land itself, running free beneath the vast American sky, a symbol of independence, endurance, and the untamed spirit of the American West.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an age where horsepower is measured by machines, what you're about to witness is something far more powerful. The bond between the horse and human, forged not by force, but by trust. Into the arena now, I want you to make welcome Mustang trainer and Western horseman, Kevin Graham. First notice the Garacha pole Calvin carries with him. From Spain, vaqueros of Spain would use to manage the cattle herds. The simple tool is now an art form in and of itself, displaying the control of horseman with his animal. Watch closely. With nothing more than a shift of weight, a sweep of his arm, and a whisper of intent, these animals will respond as if they're reading his thoughts. Now watch as he moves to free him up a little more. The bridle goes away, and now the dance will take a different tempo. Years of patience, and partnership will come alive right here before you. Now I want you to say hello once again to Kevin as he switches around and brings another horse to the arena. This is far from being a trick. It's not magic. It is trust. These horses aren't following commands, they're following a friend. Every circle, every turn, every heartbeat in sync with the one who's earned their loyalty. It's a dance that is built on hours and hours together. There you go. Well, long before the sun rises and long after the sun sets, these humans and equine, they speak a language that only the three of them understand, and a partnership with no limits. Perfect precision, perfect partnership, each horse working independently yet still connected by something deeper than a lead rope. It's by trust, and trust alone. As these horses move around, I want you to watch. Watch their eyes. Watch the position of their heads. One stops. Imagine the hours. America, I know it. In rodeo, we celebrate strength, grit, and courage, but this, my friends, is something different. This is harmony. This is heart. And tonight, we celebrate the spirit of the American horse. Free, loyal, and unstoppable. Oh my goodness. They are setting up, wanting to know if you love them. America, I know you'll do this well, but I need you to put your hands together for one of the most remarkable partnerships you will ever see. A living example of what's possible when trust replaces tack and love replaces leather. This is Liberty horsemanship, and the man on the back of the horse, he is none other than Kevin Graham, and it's his birthday today. Say hello and tell him you love him. Oh, absolutely incredible. Well, we're going to roll back to the big screen. We're going to learn more about the old Wild West. The wide open plains. Direct your attention to the big screen and hang on tight.
Across the South and the wide plains of Texas, the war years left behind thousands of cattle. Tough, wild cattle that roamed the open range. But the markets were far away. Growing cities, mining camps, military posts, and railroad towns needed beef. So between those wild herds and a hungry nation, a new chapter of the American West began. The cattle drive. For weeks, sometimes months, men pushed herds across rivers, plains, storms, heat, dust, and danger. It was hard work. Out of that work came one of the most recognizable figures in American history, the cowboy. But the cowboy did not appear out of nowhere. His tools, his methods, and much of his tradition were shaped by the Mexican charro and vaquero, horsemen who had already mastered the art of working cattle from horseback. They gave the West its roping, riding, branding, saddles, reins, bits, spurs, ropes, and chaps. Even the word buckaroo traces back to vaquero. So when we tell the story of the American cowboy, we also honor the charro and vaquero, whose skill, pride, and horsemanship helped shape the West itself.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue telling the story of the American Cowboy, we cannot tell that story without honoring the deep roots of the Mexican charro and vaquero traditions. Please make welcome into the center of the arena, Gabriel Hernandez from Oklahoma. Oh. With heritage, with style, skill, and tradition, we are proud of this young man, only 20 years old, and a third-generation charro. The story of the American Cowboy is not just a story of the open range. It's a story built from many traditions. And one of the strongest comes from the Mexican charro and vaquero. Their horsemanship was not just riding. It was communication, balance, timing, and trust between horse and rider. From the Spanish and Mexican traditions came the skills that shaped the cowboy way of life. Handling cattle across open country, riding with purpose, and using the rope as a daily tool of the trade. As he moves down from the horse, I want you to watch him. Fluid. With the maguey-style rope from south of the border, he steps in and around. His partner steps stage right. Now watch him. He moves it around. The lariat, the saddle, the spurs, the chaps, many of the techniques used by the American Cowboys. Deeply, and I mean deeply, influenced by the charro and the vaquero, their rope work was practical, precise, and beautiful. Built for the ranch but carried forward in the arena. Feel free to show him you love him as he works it around and up and over. All right. Watch now as he goes through, passing the body. One side to the other, it's known as the Texas skip, a little jump rope style of the charro. All right. Watch him now. A young horse he's been working with for about 2 years. This horse is 6 years old. As the cowboy rides up, I want you to watch what he's going to do now. He's going to lay every bit of this rope on the ground. And guess what he's going to do next? He's going to attempt to feed every bit of it out. His shoulder, the stamina, and then he's going to show you as he gets himself and his horse in the circle of life. America, what can you do for this young man? Oh, my goodness. It's more than trick roping. It is generations of horsemanship. The one, the only, the 20-year-old cowboy, Gabriel Hernandez. Outstanding, my man. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Well, as things started to change across the country and the great infatuation with the cowboy became something that everybody wanted a piece of. A young man by the name of Buffalo Bill, combined with the Miller brothers and the birth of Rodeo, came alive. Back to the big screen to learn more about Buffalo Bill Cody.
Then came a man with an eye for entertainment, Buffalo Bill Cody. His Wild West show took the skills of the frontier: riding, roping, shooting, racing, stagecoach scenes, Native American horsemanship, cavalry drills, and cowboy action, and turned them into a grand spectacle. It was part history, part theater, part athletic exhibition, and part celebration of a frontier that was quickly disappearing. For audiences who had never seen the open range, Buffalo Bill brought the West to life. They saw riders thunder across the arena, expert marksmen and women, cowboys, cowgirls, native riders, scouts, soldiers, horses, wagons, and livestock, all in one sweeping display of Western life. And Buffalo Bill was not alone. The Miller Brothers 101 Ranch Wild West Show, based in Oklahoma, carried that tradition forward with skilled riders, ropers, trick riders, bronc riders, native performers, cowboys, and cowgirls. These Wild West shows became the bridge between ranch work and arena entertainment. they took the real skills of cowboys, vaqueros, native horsemen, scouts, and ranch hands and placed them under the spotlight. From those displays of riding, roping, racing, bronc riding, and Western competition, the roots of modern rodeo entertainment began to grow. What had once been the work of survival became a performance. What had once been tested on the trail was now tested before a crowd. And what had once belonged to the open range found a new home inside the arena.
Tonight, as our story moves forward, we celebrate that transformation from cowboy work to cowboy entertainment. I want you to make welcome into the arena now. This young lady standing on top of two horses is the amazing and talented Ginger Duke. I want you to notice a foot on each of her horses. As she starts to pace her way around the arena, she'll show you the control, the fluid motion. If you'll watch, you may be able to listen and hear. Watch your mouth as she talks to him. She uses her hands. Ginger's a world champion trick rider, a Mustang makeover champion, a stunt woman in movies. She's one of the most accomplished cowgirls, and right now, she's gonna dance a little bit. She's gonna show you no Velcro. Oh, and she's feeling a little spry tonight. Now watch her on this side. Oh, she loves to hear from you. The enthusiasm of the crowd makes it a little better. All right, I know. I said the same thing the first time I saw Ginger. I said, I'm quite certain these horses are tied together. All right. If you thought it was a trick, we'll give you another look. She's done it there. Absolutely not tied together. The horses, affectionately known as Amos and Andy, float across the arena. Oh, now look. Watch, watch, watch. This is where I hold my breath. She crosses them. She crosses them, a little merry-go-round, and there you go. That is absolutely incredible. Oh, I got to tell you, DC, I got to tell you, you're in the presence of greatness. This woman has performed at rodeos like Cheyenne Frontier Days and all over the country. Once again, will you show her you love her and make a little noise? Well, now we change the tradition from a cowgirl that does a little Roman riding to two young ladies that are going to do a little trick and fancy riding for you tonight. Two of the most promising and talented young ladies in the world are here. The first one, a 20-year-old from the state of Mississippi, Olivia Jones. And next up from Arkansas, she's 15 years old. Say hello to Kate Davidson. Now watch. Watch. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. She's going to go upside down. Now, you want to test your core strength. Uh-oh. We're going to make sure she's okay. Little stumble. Look at this. Look at this. All right. If you remember in the early video, it says if you get down, you get back up. Now watch Kate hang off to the side. A little Apache hideaway, and back in the saddle she goes. Nicely done. Now we're going to come around, keep them steady. Side back bend and back in the middle for Kate. And now, how does the crane stand? Crane stands on one foot. She's going to trust this little pony around the backside. 1 foot up. I need you to help her get her back in the saddle. Now the Pony Express, they would deliver the mail up in the saddle, back around, and that's known as the vaults for Olivia. All right, get your cameras ready. Get them ready. Come on, I need you to make some noise. It's the 250th birthday of the United States of America, and we have two of the greatest young women on the planet with us. As they move around, I want you to show them a little love one more time. Say hello. Say hello. Olivia Jones and Kate Davidson. God bless you, ladies. Thank you so much. The future looks bright for the sport of rodeo and Western entertainment. Well, talking about Western entertainment, many of you have seen on the silver screen the legend Will Rogers, a trick roper, and quite a whimsical cowboy. Let's go to the big screen. Will Rogers.
By the 1920s and 1930s, Will Rogers had become one of the most influential public figures in the country. Presidents, politicians, and working Americans alike listened to him because he had a rare gift. He could make people laugh while telling the truth. He never held political office, but his words carried real weight. With a cowboy's common sense and a roper's timing, Will Rogers proved that Western entertainment could do more than thrill a crowd. It could shape the conversation of a nation. So as you watch the art of trick roping, just remember that every loop carries a piece of history. The work of the ranch, the flair of the Wild West show, and the voice of an Oklahoma cowboy who roped his way into the heart of America.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, trick roping is where cowboy skill becomes Western showmanship, where timing, rhythm, and imagination all come together with a rope in motion. Please make welcome from Delaware, Keegan Mayo. All right, watch Keegan. He's going to show you the start off of the rope. Get a little free with it. Pop it over his body. Now remember, these cowboys will really feed off of your energy. So we're going to ask you to get involved. We're going to ask you to help them. All right. He's going to roll it around. Start off a little butterfly. Now I want you to watch him roll it over the arm. And flip it once again slowly. For those of you that can dribble a basketball and do tricks, this is the cowboy version. He's going to do a little spoke over the arm, sticking his head all the way through the window, peeking at you on this side. Now he lays it flat around the back, switches hands. That is not easy. Now watch him. Watch him pick it up. Oh boy. He's going to jump rope. What do you say we go a little faster? Watch him. Keegan, kick up your heels a little bit, stepping over the spoke. Watch him. If you can't see him there, you can see him on the big screen as he goes around, changing with the hands, moving to the right, to the left. Poetry in motion, and it is fluid. Oh, he is feeling it today. Let's watch him. Oh, no, you're not. We are not on a break. The question is, Keegan, can you get back up without disturbing the loop? He's done it. Absolutely amazing. Little pop over around the back. Lays the flat loop down. Now watch him. Oh, my goodness. He switches hands. I do not see that about twice a year. I am impressed. How about it? Born in Maryland, now makes his home in Delaware. His name is Keegan Mayo. All right. Every one of you have a little cowboy or cowgirl in you. I need you to let it go right now. Say hello to a 20-year-old young man from the state of North Carolina, Lucas Maynard. All right. He's going to ask you. He's going to ask you to start clapping. Here we go. Watch him. Keep it going. Keep it going. Go, Lucas. Oh, keep it going, America. This 20-year-old IPRA Contract Act of the Year is about to show you how to go fast. Over the spoke, to the right and to the left. That a boy. Don't, you ain't seen nothing yet. Keep it going. Stay with him. Stay with him. All right, Lucas, we're going to pump it up a little bit. Folks, there you go. Get him going, Keegan. That a boy. No, he did not. He went down through the loop and back around. Absolutely amazing. Oh, Lucas. Oh, Lucas. Don't go far. We're going to need you again. All right, there's a big ladder in the arena. There is a huge ladder in the arena and about 70 feet of rope. Watch Keegan. He is not going to take the ladder up to change the light bulbs in the Heartland Arena. He is going to go up with the rope on one side. He's going to attempt to feed 15 feet, 20 feet, now 25, now 30 feet. He's going to go all the way to the end. Keep it going. Oh, America, I can't hear you. There it all is, Keegan Mayo. Now he's just showing off. What can you do for that young man? Oh, Will Rogers would be proud. I think Will Rogers would be amazed. All right, back to Lucas. Come on, Lucas. Folks, here's where I'm going to really need you. All right, watch. There's a trick Will Rogers made famous. Known as the Texas skip. You spin it on one side. Keep clapping. He's going to jump through. The faster you clap, the faster he's going to go. Come on, I need you. Unbelievable. 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 America, I need you to make some noise for the 20-year-old from North Carolina, the one, the only, the incomparable Lucas Maynard. Unbelievable. Well, as the Wild West shows carried the image of the cowboy across America and around the world, something began to change. The riding, roping, ranch, racing, bronc riding, just part of the ranch work and later part of the Western entertainment, it becomes something more organized. Cowboys were no longer just performing the skills of the West. They started competing. And all across America, towns began to gather. Just like we are here today. It was part sport, part celebration, part test of working cowboy ability. To this day, there's quite a discussion and a bit of an argument on where the first rodeo ever was. Deer Trail, Colorado claims 1869. Pecos, Texas, July 4th, 1883. Payson, Arizona, 1888 as the world's oldest rodeo. The first rodeo may never be settled, but what we do know, there are now rodeos from South Florida to New Jersey with over 30 professional rodeos in the Big Sky state of Montana. And as rodeo began to grow from a loose collection of contests into a true competitive sport. But as rodeo grew, so did the need for organization. Let's learn more to the big screen, the birth of pro rodeo.
As rodeo grew into one of America's great forms of sports entertainment, the cowboys who made the show possible often had very little control over the sport itself. That began to change in 1936. At the Boston Garden, a group of cowboys stood together in protest over concerns about prize money and entry fees. Their actions led to the formation of the Cowboys Turtle Association, the first organized effort to give rodeo contestants a stronger voice in the sport. The organization marked a turning point for professional rodeo. Cowboys now had representation, a way to advocate for fair treatment, and a growing influence over the future of the events in which they competed. In 1945, the Cowboys Turtle Association became the Rodeo Cowboys Association, better known as the RCA. As rodeo continued to expand across the West and throughout North America, the RCA helped establish standards, improve competition, and create a more unified professional sport. Then, in 1975, the organization adopted the name it carries today, the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, or PRCA. Under the PRCA banner, rodeo entered a new era of growth. Communities across the country embraced the sport, from small-town arenas and county fairgrounds to iconic rodeos throughout the West. In places like Montana, rodeo remained woven into the fabric of everyday life, connecting generations through competition, tradition, and community pride. That foundation helped build the sport's greatest championship event, the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Well, the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo showed up in Las Vegas in 1984. Prior to that, it spent over 20 years in Oklahoma City. It is now known as one of the greatest sporting events in the world. You can go there in the first 2 weeks of December to see who will be crowned the kings and queens and the champions of the world at rodeo. But under the bright lights and big city of Las Vegas, there's one event that is a cornerstone and the foundation of that very rodeo. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to learn about saddle bronc riding right now before we go to it with a little saddle bronc riding 101 to the big screen.
Saddle bronc riding requires strength, grace, and precise timing. This is Saddle Bronc Riding 101. Every move the bronc rider makes must be in sync with the movement of the horse. Form and technique are critical to earn a good score. The rider must have both spurs above the horse's shoulders for the first jump out of the chute. It's called a mark out. If the rider misses his mark and his feet drop, he receives a no score. Holding onto the rein connected to the halter of the horse with only one hand, the rider will be disqualified if he touches any part of the horse or his body with his free hand. Judges score the horse's bucking action and the cowboy's control of the horse along with his spurring technique. The cowboy will try to keep his toes turned outward while moving his spurs from the points of the horse's shoulders back to the saddle. A smooth, rhythmic ride is sure to impress the judges. When done right, it's poetry in motion. And that is Saddle Bronc Riding 101.
Well, tonight at Saddle Bronc, our classic rodeo event, a true test of timing, balance, style, and grit, where one cowboy will match the power of a horse. Tonight, showcasing the tradition, is a cowboy from the state of Pennsylvania. He's a husband and a father of two. Say hello to Will Stites on the back of the bucking chutes. There's another cowboy that's in the arena, an angel. He's a cowboy that is from the state of Hawaii. His name is Judd Napier. Will you say hello to our pickup man and the CIA of the arena? He's one of the unsung heroes. But right now, I want you to watch. Freedom Mountain is the name of the horse. Will Stites is going to try to ride him. I need you to back up from the fence just a little, but I need you to get ready to make noise. This is the only chance you're going to get to make noise for the saddle bronc rider tonight from the state of Pennsylvania. When this chute opens, I need everybody to make a little noise and help him. There's the 8-second whistle. We'll get him down. Now watch. This is Rodeo's best version of an Uber. To the ground he goes. Say hello. Oh, he's going to give that back number to some lucky kid. Oh, nicely done. Will Stites, 37 years old. 37 years old. And he has agreed to come to town every day we are here and get on a bucking horse. How about a big round of applause for Will and Judd Napier, your pickup man. Wow. Well, from the classic rhythm of saddle bronc riding, we now turn our attention to an event born straight from the working ranch and the open range. This is where timing and teamwork and horsemanship all come together. I want you to learn a little more about our next event. It's called Team Roping. To the big screen for Team Roping 101.
The only true team event in rodeo is team roping. Teamwork makes the dream work. This is Team Roping 101. Here you have a header and a heeler. The fastest time wins, and the steer gets a head start. One cowboy, the header, ropes the horns. The other cowboy, the heeler, has one job. That's to rope both hind feet of the animal. There are some problems that could lead to penalties. Penalties are additional seconds added to the run if the rules are not followed. It starts with the barrier. If the header leaves before the steer gets a head start and breaks the barrier, that's a 10-second penalty. A mistake of only inches will cost you 10 seconds, and that will cost the team money.
Now, in my opinion, we're going to do something a little more special. We don't have the option of bringing two horses and a steer into the arena, but what we can do is bring some of our rodeo fans into the arena. Keegan Mayo, oh, I love this. Who are we going to start with?
We got Ira. Ira from the state of Virginia. You ready?
All right. Here we go. Let's
DC, y'all ready? All right.
Swing it when you're ready and throw it around those horns. Oh, that looks good. That is pretty impressive. Oh, my.
Oh.
I think the steer ran the wrong route. You did good, though. We're gonna jump to the next. Who you got next?
We got Aisha next.
All right.
And you'll never guess where she's from.
Where's she from?
Virginia.
Virginia. All right. Swing it. Remember, catch that right horn. Come on. There you go. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good.
Oh.
Man.
That's okay.
We're 0 for 2. Have you got another one?
We got one more.
Okay.
Last but not least, we have Julia. And you'll never guess where she's from, too. Virginia!
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ginger's going to help.
Oh.
That's okay. She caught one in. I like that. Are we giving her another shot? What are we doing? One more shot?
Ginger scares me. She's got it.
All right, let's get this right. We got to have somebody catch. We know we can do it. Come on, get back there.
Come on, DC. Let's help Julia out.
There you go. Flip your hand over. There you go. Turn loose. There you go. There you go. We're okay. We're in no hurry. Come on. Get something. Oh, look out. Come on, Keegan. Where you at? That I girl. That's what I'm talking about. Wonderful job. Absolutely incredible. Hey, look, the good news is they're all winners. Where's the prize packs? I know they got them right there. They're going to get a Resistol hat, pair of jeans, and an outfit from Wrangler. They're going to get a belt buckle from Montana Silversmiths and a gift certificate to Tractor Supply. How about a big round of applause for our team ropers here today? Well, from the team roping and the timing of team roping, we move to one of my favorite events in the world of rodeo. It's known as the Cowgirls Barrel Racing. The horse and rider's going to work together, but right now I want you to learn more about it to the big screen for Barrel Racing 101.
If you have a need for speed, barrel racing is your event. This is Barrel Racing 101. Now here are the rules. The fastest time wins. The horse will run a cloverleaf pattern around 3 barrels, and the key is to leave all 3 barrels standing while going as fast as you and your horse can. Because if you knock down one of the barrels, it's a 5-second penalty. The barrel racer has the option of going to the left or the right from the start. The bottom line, leave all 3 barrels standing as you complete the cloverleaf pattern. The model for success in barrel racing is to go as fast as your horse can go. Straight lines from each barrel are key, and whatever you do, don't lose momentum in the turns, and don't knock over a barrel. Barrel racing is beautiful, fast, furious, and a true display of great horses and great cowgirls. And that is Barrel Racing 101.
All right, Keegan.
What's up?
The arena is not big enough to have horses, but you've found a couple of volunteers. But before we start, I need you to do me a favor.
No.
I need to make sure they understand the rules of engagement. Would you borrow a horse and show them right here in the arena the pattern?
All right, hold on.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you ready?
We're ready. Play something for him and let's show. Come on, Keegan.
Let's go, girls.
Oh, perfect song.
Come on.
Perfect song. Come on, Keegan. Go faster. Go faster. Well, you about fell down. Not bad. All right. All right. Woo. Now we know how to do it. Who's your first contestant?
First, we got Natalie.
Okay. Natalie, when you're ready. On your mark, get set, go. All right, listen. When she comes around the 3rd and final barrel, I need everybody to scream and encourage her to run, 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 scream. Oh, pretty fast. 8.1 on the run. 8-1 for the first cowgirl, Natalie. Who you got now?
We got Evelyn from Colorado.
Colorado. Anybody else here from Colorado? Amazing exhibit here, by the way, if you haven't been by to see Colorado. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, and go. Remember, when she comes around the 3rd and final barrel, oh, she's whipping. She needs your help. Whip, 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 whip. Oh, 8 flat for the cowgirl that goes to the cowgirl from Colorado. How about a big round of applause for both of them? Phenomenal job, ladies. Wow. They are also going to be big winners today with that prize pack from Tractor Supply. Of course, the belt buckle from Montana Silversmiths, the outfit from Wrangler Jeans and Shirts, and a cowboy hat from Resistol. Well, as we clean the arena up, we're going to go from the speed of barrel racing to the most explosive 8 seconds in sports. It's called bull riding. This is the event that brings the crowd to its feet. One cowboy, one bull, one hand in the rope, and 8 seconds to prove that he can ride the most powerful animal athlete in rodeo. I want you to learn a little bit more about the rules of engagement. To the big screen for Bull Riding 101.
There is no doubt that bull riding is the most dangerous 8 seconds in sports. This is Bull Riding 101. There's 100 points possible. Half the score comes from how well the cowboy rides. The other half comes from the bull's performance once the gate swings open. If you are totally in control, the more you spur, the more you score. The one thing you cannot do is touch the bull with your free hand. If that happens, the clock stops and you get a no score. The bullfighters are the best in the world, and they are there to provide a helping hand if a cowboy finds themselves in trouble. If this looks dangerous, well, that's because it is. That was Bull Riding 101.
Well, America, it is time to bring bull riding to life in this arena. That means I'm going to ask all of you to back just one step back from the fence. I want you to meet the young man that is going to challenge the bull. The bull's name is Freedom 250. The cowboy is from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. His name is Nick Jackson, and he is 18 years old. Nick is not going to be alone, though. One of the fearless cowboys in our industry. Stands in the arena, our bullfighter. Once again, back in the arena, say hello to your bullfighter, Judd Napier. Are y'all ready to ride? Say yeah. Nick Jackson. Bear down. Let's ride. Help him out. Oh, look. This is good. I need you to make some noise. Keep moving to the front. Let's get him down. There he is. Uh-oh. Keegan. America, Nick Jackson is up on the fence. I need you to show him you appreciate him. That cowboy will be going to college on a rodeo scholarship to represent not just Maryland, but these United States of America to continue his college career. He's already been a champion in Las Vegas. In youth rodeo, he is one of the greatest in the business. And now, our cowboy Sean moves in to escort Freedom 250 out of the arena. Oh, I want you to check this out as this big bull kind of eases down the back of the arena. Nobody moves. Nobody moves. And he is out. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to stay right where you're at. And I want you to direct your attention to the big screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we bring this Rodeo 250 experience to a close, we do so with gratitude in our hearts and pride in our country. For 250 years, America's story has been written by people willing to dream big, work hard, stand tall, and press forward through challenge and change. From the first footsteps of a young nation to the open ranges of the American West, that same spirit has carried us here tonight, and few figures represent that spirit quite like the rodeo cowboy. The cowboy reminds us of independence, courage, grit, faith, responsibility, and respect. He represents long days, hard work, helping your neighbor, caring for your animals, honoring your word, and getting back up when life bucks you off. Tonight, inside the American Heartland Arena, we have celebrated more than a sport. We have celebrated a piece of who we are. As we celebrate 250 years, may we never forget the values that built this country: freedom, courage, hard work, family, faith, and unity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of Rodeo 250 at the American Heartland Arena. Long live cowboys, the sport of rodeo, and may God bless the United States of America.
Oh, my heart is full. They are from 14 different states across this nation and 34 different nationalities. And the greatest melting pot in the world inside of our entertainers, our cowboys and cowgirls, our mares and colts here tonight. But I need a favor. I need you to settle right where you're at. I have a special guest here tonight. Please make welcome the 33rd Secretary of Agriculture from Glen Rose, Texas. She's an Aggie. She's a Longhorn. It's the one and only and Secretary Brooke Rollins.
Thank you. Well, did y'all have a great time at the America 250 Rodeo? Can y'all believe we are on the National Mall celebrating America 250, and we just saw a rodeo, everybody? How great was that? Hey, if y'all could help me thank the amazing people that made this happen, all of the incredible men and women, cowboys and cowgirls who are here with us tonight, the beautiful ladies who just make this whole thing sparkle, and really the Montana Prefert Tractor Supply, all of the amazing sponsors that have brought this here. We're here another couple nights, but I want to hear a really big thank you for those who made this possible. It's going to get bigger and bigger every night, y'all. We're so happy you're here. 250 years ago, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all of our incredible founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, all of them got together, and against everybody telling them no, they said they're going to give it all, their life and their liberty and everything, to fight for what would become the greatest country in the history of the world. Thank you all for being here. God bless America. Thank you.
I got to tell you, there's nobody in the back that takes this lightly. When you look to the Capitol and you look to the Washington Monument, we are blessed here today. I want to remind you, there's a little bit of cowboy in each and every one of you just waiting to get out. Can you let it out and make a little noise if you had a good time tonight? My name is David Sharp. What a treat and a pleasure. God bless you. We love you. And happy trails.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking